Working a 9 to 5 while trying to study for the CPHQ exams can feel impossible, and I get it because I've been there before. So in this video, I'm going to show you a practical step-by-step study routine specifically designed for busy professionals like yourself. So you'll be able to study smarter, not harder, and finally be able to pass the exams. Now, if you watch this video to the end, there is a free resource that I'm going to share to enable you to plan and study effectively for the CPHQ exams. So make sure you watch this video to the end. Let's get into it. The strategies that I'm sharing in this video will not guarantee an automatic pass, but if you follow them closely, they will help you plan effectively, stay focused, and also study smarter, even as a busy professional managing work and maybe family. And by avoiding burnout and planning thoroughly, you will significantly increase your chances of passing the CPHQ exams with confidence. So the first thing you need to do is to set realistic goals. Start by marking your exam date on your calendar. When do you want to take the exams? Is it in the next 2 months? Is it in the next 3 months? And then work backward to create a weekly target. Give yourself 2 to 3 months to study and take the test in the third month. I don't advise having a goal more than 3 months. Then you run the risk of forgetting things you've read months back. Fatigue can easily set in, burnout can happen, and then you lose track of it. For example, week 1 could be focusing on care management and performance improvement. Week 2 could be patient safety. Week 3 could be quality measurement. Week 4, you can focus on leadership, right? So then you've set the target and you've identified on a weekly basis what you are going to be focusing on. Now, focus on progress, not perfection. Even the smaller wins matter. I was overconfident in my first attempt in 2016, fresh out of college. I've shared this story before, and I thought I could just breeze through the CPHQ exams, and that was a huge mistake. So setting realistic goals wasn't even on my radar. So make sure you avoid that and have goals. The second thing you need to do is choose the right study materials. There are tons of materials out there, but if you were to ask me for a suggestion, it would be the NAHQ CPHQ study guide. This will be your roadmap. Make sure you read the study guide at least once, and then you go through it the second run, focusing on your weak areas. It just makes sense to use NAHQ resources because they create the exam. So it would just help you to align to the content of the examination. Then also take practice questions and mock exams, which are essential to help you understand the examination style. An optional thing you could do is also join, study groups or cohorts for accountability. My second attempt in 2018, I just bought an online prep and I did not really commit to it. I skipped practice questions and didn't understand my weak areas, and the result, failure the second time. So as a tip, always combine theory with practice. Reading alone will not get you there. You need to be able to understand what you're reading and how do you apply what you've read to real case scenario. The number 3 thing you need to do is daily micro study. You need to take advantage of short windows after work or lunch breaks or commute to work and focus on one concept at a time. Don't try to cram an entire domain in, one setting. Example weekday routine can be having a 20 to 30 minutes reading the NAHQ guide, 10 minutes on flashcards, 10 minutes review of previous mistakes. On my third attempt, I really tried, studying daily, but I still did not focus on my weak areas. So a micro study is great, but you need to review what you miss. The fourth strategy you need to do is also have weekend deep dive. Set aside 2 to 3 hours on a weekend for consolidation. And what I mean by this is taking full length practice sections under timed conditions. Ensure that you are reviewing missed questions thoroughly, and also you understand the reason behind the correct answers and why you did not answer the question correctly. During my fourth attempt, I spent weekends doing, focused deep dives on my weak areas, and that is when I noticed massive improvement. The fifth thing you need to do is also target weak spots. I keep calling this out because I want it to resonate, and I'm doing this intentionally. Track your mistakes from practice exams and also allocate micro study sessions specifically focusing on the weak domains. For an example, if performance improvement is hard for you, or data analytics or leadership is a weak area for you, then schedule 2 extra 20-minute sessions midweek to focus on those areas specifically. I failed multiple times because I ignored my weak areas, and focusing on them on my fourth attempt made all the difference. The sixth thing you need to do is to have a smart exam strategy. Flag tough questions and run them later. Don't just spend a lot of time being caught up in one question, which will eat up all the time. So if you encounter a tough question, you can flag it and come back when you're done going through all the questions, and come back and focus on those tough questions. Eliminate obviously wrong answers first. By eliminating wrong answers, you easily get to the right answer. Also, apply knowledge rather than memorizing definitions. CPHQ exams is not about definitions. The exams is about critical thinking. When you are taking the exam, so anytime you are reviewing a question, read them carefully, because sometimes the answer is hidden within a single word and you could be all over the place trying to figure it out. So pay close attention to the questions, read them carefully. The number 7 thing is having the right mindset with motivation. Stay accountable. Tell a friend, tell a family member, a colleague, or a mentor, or spouse, or your kids to hold you accountable, and use a steady tracker for progress. Take breaks, sleep well, and also exercise to avoid burnout. By my fourth attempt, when I took the CPHQ, I accepted that I could fail and I could still try again. And that mindset shift reduced my stress and even made my study more productive. Now, as a bonus step, also integrate with work. Relate your day-to-day tasks at work to CPHQ concepts. What are you currently doing at work that can be applicable to the concepts you are studying within the CPHQ domains? Use flashcards or apps for quick review during downtime. And as a free resource, check the description of this video. I have provided a 12-week study plan, and as well as a study progress tracker to enable you study for the CPHQ. This is a free resource, so you can access it by checking the description to this video. Studying for the CPHQ whilst working full-time isn't easy, because I've been there, like I stated before. But with a clear routine, focused practice, and also a smart strategy, it's completely doable. Check out my previous videos where I share why I failed my CPHQ attempts, and also what I did to finally enable me to pass. The link is also within the video. And remember, consistency beats cramming and progress. No matter how small, it's still progress. You've got this.